Winter can be unpredictable, and when the temperatures drop and snowstorms hit, being prepared can make all the difference. In this video, we're going to cover the 10 winter survival must-haves to help you stay safe, warm, and prepared during the icy months ahead. From essential gear to smart tools for your home, these items are designed to keep you comfortable and give you peace of mind when facing power outages or extreme winter conditions. Whether you're stocking up for emergencies or just want to make your winter a little easier, these must-haves will ensure you're never caught off guard. Don't wait until it's too late. Learn about these life-saving essentials now so you can get fully prepared before the next big storm takes you by surprise. Stay tuned, and let's get started with the ultimate survival guide for winter. 1. Stockpiling food and water. When a winter power outage strikes, the last thing you want is to be caught unprepared. Stockpiling food and water isn't just a recommendation, it's a necessity. You need to act now before an emergency situation leaves you scrambling. Without power, your access to fresh food and water could be cut off, and all those frozen and refrigerated items? Good luck keeping them from spoiling. Non-perishable food items are your best ally during winter crises. Think practical. Canned vegetables, soups, beans, rice, pasta, oatmeal. These are staples that can sustain you during extended periods of time without power. High-energy snacks like peanut butter, nuts, dried fruits, and granola bars are essential too, since you'll need to maintain your energy levels to deal with the challenges that come your way. Oh, and pack a manual can opener, unless you want to stare at useless cans of food with no way to access them. But it's not only about survival. Keeping morale up is crucial too. Comfort foods like chocolate, coffee, and tea might seem unnecessary at first glance, but they can make a world of difference. The psychological toll of prolonged isolation or rough conditions can be significant, so don't underestimate the power of a sweet treat or a warm beverage in keeping spirits high. Water is equally if not more critical. Forget the idea that you'll just melt snow every time you need it. That's not a reliable long-term solution. You should be storing at least 1 gallon of water per person per day. And don't assume you'll only need it for drinking. Hygiene matters too. Make sure to prevent freezing by using insulated containers or storing your water indoors. Regularly rotate your water supply to ensure it's fresh and potable. For backup, make sure you have water filters or purification tablets. Unpredictable conditions demand layers of preparation. Don't downplay the importance of this step. Food and water are survival basics. If you don't have essential supplies stockpiled already, you're taking unnecessary risks. Plan smart, stock up, and protect your household now before you lose the chance. 2. Preventing water freezing. When winter storms blow in and the power goes out, frozen water is one of the first problems you'll face. Without water, you're in trouble. Fast. Don't leave it to chance. Here's what you need to do to keep water flowing and avoid a crisis. Protect your plumbing now. Exposed pipes are asking to freeze and burst, especially in sub-zero conditions with no heat. This isn't something to procrastinate on, because fixing a burst pipe in the midst of a winter disaster is nearly impossible. Insulate all exposed pipes with foam pipe covers. It's cheap, easy to install, and could save you from a nightmare repair cost. If your area faces extreme cold, invest in heat tape and wrap it around your pipes, especially ones in unheated areas like basements or along exterior walls. Also, during a power outage, keep your faucets slightly dripping. Moving water is less likely to freeze. Yeah, it may waste a tiny bit of water, but guess what? It's nothing compared to the gallons you'll lose if a pipe bursts. Stockpile emergency water supplies. Frozen water lines equals no water coming into your home. And no water means no cooking, drinking, or cleaning. Don't rely solely on your taps. Store water in portable thermal containers. They're designed to prevent freezing even in harsh conditions. For outdoor water supplies, wrap containers with blankets or keep them inside insulated coolers to slow the freezing process. Have bottled water on hand too. If you run out, your only option might be collecting snow. Remember, melted snow can have bacteria, so boil it thoroughly before drinking or cooking with it. Don't get yourself or your family sick. Thawing frozen pipes. If the worst happens and your pipes freeze, act fast. Use a hairdryer, space heater, or even hot water bottles to gently thaw them out. Do not use open flames or extreme heat. Those tactics often cause more damage. If you're unprepared, you'll find yourself thirsty, stressed, and scrambling. Don't take the risk. Plan ahead and avoid this completely preventable disaster. 3. Emergency heating solutions. When the power goes out during winter, staying warm is not just about comfort, it's survival. You can't rely on electric heating systems when they depend on a power grid that's failed. You need emergency heating solutions, and you need them now. First, invest in non-electric heating options. Propane or kerosene space heaters, particularly models like the Mr. Heater Buddy, will keep a space warm efficiently. Don't cheap out here. Buy a unit with critical safety features like a low oxygen shutoff just in case ventilation isn't perfect. And yes, ventilation is non-negotiable. Carbon monoxide poisoning is a silent killer. Crack a window or ensure proper airflow whenever these heaters are in use. If you've got a fireplace, great, but don't forget to stock up on seasoned firewood and clean your chimney before disaster strikes. A clogged chimney can create smoke inhalation problems or worse, start a fire. Next, make your heating as efficient as possible. The brutal truth is, you can't heat your whole house, so don't waste energy trying. Stick to one room, seal it off using blankets or plastic sheeting, and focus all your efforts there. Use heavy thermal clothes, blankets, and as many layers as possible to trap heat. Heated blankets, even battery-powered ones, can be game changers. Plan ahead and make sure you've got everything you need to retain every bit of warmth you can. Finally, safety should always come first. Never, and I mean never, use outdoor heating devices inside your home. That means no gas stoves, outdoor grills, or anything else that emits dangerous fumes. These aren't options, regardless of how desperate it gets. Always have a backup heating plan, and test all your devices before winter hits. Waiting until the power is already out is a fatal rookie mistake. Your preparedness could mean the difference between enduring the cold or succumbing to it. Secure your emergency heating solutions now, before it's too late. Or carbon monoxide detectors, the lifesaver you can't ignore. Carbonmonoxide.co is a silent killer, colorless, odorless, and utterly ruthless. During power outages, especially in winter, when people are desperate for heat, the risk of CO poisoning skyrockets. Without a proper CO detector, you might not even realize there's an issue until it's too late. If you don't already have carbon monoxide detectors in your home, you're taking a gamble with your life and your family's. This isn't just about comfort, it's about survival. Here's the deal. You need battery-powered CO detectors on every level of your home. Place them near sleeping areas because you're most vulnerable when you're asleep. During a power outage, your electrical safety nets are gone, and people often turn to portable heaters, generators, or even gas stoves to keep warm. Spoiler alert, those can emit dangerous amounts of carbon monoxide if used incorrectly. What's your protection against this unseen threat? You guessed it, co-detectors. Test them regularly, replace batteries at least once a year, and don't cheap out. Go for those with digital displays so you can monitor CO levels in real time. Trust us, this isn't where you pinch pennies. Generators are a huge culprit when it comes to CO buildup. If you think it's okay to run one in your garage or too close to your house, think again. Always run your generator at least 20 feet from your home and don't be lazy about measurement. Guessing isn't good enough. Keep windows and doors open if you're working with anything that burns fuel indoors, but better yet, avoid using indoor fuel-burning devices whenever possible. Carbon monoxide poisoning isn't just a distant horror story. It kills hundreds of people in the US every year. Don't make yourself part of that statistic. A working CO detector can give you the critical warning you need to escape a dangerous situation. When it comes to winter survival, this device isn't optional. Make it a priority, get it installed, and make sure it's working before the next power outage hits. Your life and the lives of your loved ones depends on it. 5. Insulation and weatherproofing. When the power goes out in the dead of winter, losing heat is a critical threat. If you're not prepared, your home will turn into an icebox fast, and safety becomes a serious concern. Insulation and weatherproofing are non-negotiable for surviving extreme cold. Don't wait until it's too late. Start with your windows and doors. These are your home's weakest points for trapping heat. Install insulation film or heavy-duty plastic sheeting to minimize heat loss immediately. Seal all gaps and cracks with weather stripping or draft stoppers. Don't overlook even the tiniest openings. For an extra layer of protection, throw up heavy blankets over the windows at night or during a storm. Trust us, it makes a real difference in keeping the cold out. Move to your walls and floors. If your walls aren't insulated, get creative. Blankets, heavy rugs, or any thick fabric can serve as barriers to the cold. Hang them on walls and lay them across floors, especially on bare surfaces like hardwood or tile. These hacks work wonders for conserving heat. Do not ignore areas like your attic or basement. Seal those off so frigid air doesn't invade your living spaces. It's wasted heat otherwise. Make a warmer zone you can rely on. Don't try to heat your entire house. Focus on one small area and make it your survival space. A tent set up inside your warmest room can be a lifesaver. It's compact and traps heat efficiently. Block off unused rooms by shutting doors, using blankets or hanging heavy drapes. Concentrate on staying warm where it matters most. Don't underestimate the power of preparation. Insulation and weatherproofing might sound basic, but they are essential to making it through a winter power outage in one piece. Handle these tasks now, or you'll wish you had when the temperature drops and the lights go out. 6. Thermal clothing layers. When the power goes out in the dead of winter, cold isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Hypothermia can set in faster than you think, and if you're not prepared, it can put your life or your family's lives at serious risk. This is where thermal clothing layers become your frontline defense. Without them, you're gambling with your health in freezing conditions. Here's the deal. Layering isn't optional. It's the difference between staying warm and freezing in your own home. Start with a thermal base layer. These are not your regular clothes. A good thermal base layer is designed to wick moisture away from your skin and keep you dry, which is crucial in the cold. Dampness equals danger when heat is scarce. Next, you need an insulating mid-layer such as a thick wool or fleece sweater. Wool is an excellent option because it traps air between its fibers, creating a warm barrier without adding too much bulk. Skip the cheap materials. They won't hold heat and won't save you when the temperatures plummet. Finally, slap on a wind-resistant outer layer. This will shield you from drafts and trap the heat your body is generating. Don't forget those extremities. Thick socks, gloves, and a warm hat are non-negotiable. A significant portion of heat is lost through your head. Don't ignore it. Another game changer? Staying dry. Wet clothing will rob your body of heat faster than you can save frostbite. If your clothes get wet, change them immediately. Don't delay. Forget about alcohol. It might feel warm going down, but it actually lowers your core body temperature. Instead, rotate between warm liquids like coffee, tea, or soup to keep you warm from the inside out. And don't underestimate the power of body heat and movement. Rooms shared with multiple people naturally stay warmer, and light exercises like stretching or pacing can improve circulation. A note of caution: don't overdo it. Sweating from overexertion will only work against you when you're trying to stay warm. Thermal layers aren't just nice to have in a winter emergency, they're a life-saving essential. Stock up now, because once the power goes out, it's already too late. Don't chance it. Be ready. Get your layers sorted today and you'll thank yourself when the next winter outage hits. 7. Backup power solutions. When a winter storm knocks out your power, having backup power solutions isn't just convenient, it's essential. Don't wait until it's too late to think about how you'll stay warm, keep your devices running, and ensure basic survival. You need to plan ahead and be ready before the next outage happens. First, let's talk generators. Gas-powered generators are a classic option because they're reliable and can power large appliances. However, they're not without risks. Always use them outdoors. Fumes from these machines can cause deadly carbon monoxide poisoning if misused. If the thought of handling gas stresses you out, or you want a cleaner option, invest in a solar generator. Models like the Goal Zero Yeti or Jackery Explorer are quiet and offer renewable energy with no need for fuel, making them convenient and safe to use indoors. But generators aren't the only solution. Add supplementary power sources to your emergency kit. Power banks and portable battery packs should be fully charged and ready to recharge phones and small electronics. When the power grid is down, every bit of stored energy counts. If you're desperate, use a power inverter connected to your car battery. This DIY solution can provide enough juice to keep small appliances like a heater, lamp, or even your refrigerator running long enough to preserve essentials. The key to maximizing power effectiveness in an outage is preparation. Charge everything, phones, power banks, and other electronics before the storm begins. And don't waste energy on unnecessary devices. Skip entertainment gadgets and focus on what keeps you safe and warm. Lights, communication devices, and any heating aids should take priority. Think ahead. Power outages are often longer than you expect, and being stuck in the cold with no backup plan is a recipe for disaster. Backup power solutions are not optional. They're a survival must-have. Set up your power options now or be prepared to regret it when the storm hits. 8. Winter-ready vehicle kit. Your vehicle is your lifeline during winter emergencies, so don't be caught unprepared. A winter-ready vehicle kit isn't optional, it's non-negotiable if you want to avoid being stranded in freezing conditions. Start with the most basic but critical items for warmth. Toss in blankets, thermal wear, hats, gloves, and socks. Don't assume your car's heater will save you. It might fail when you need it most. And don't stop there. Thermal emergency blankets are lightweight, compact, and could mean the difference between staying warm or succumbing to the cold. Got traction issues? Of course you will. It's winter. Keep a compact shovel and sand or kitty litter in your trunk. These aren't just for show. When your tires are spinning uselessly on ice, dumping some sand or kitty litter can help you get moving again. Tire chains or snow socks are also mid-level lifesavers. Learn how to install them before you're stuck on the side of a frigid road with numb fingers. Still think you've packed enough? Wrong. Dead batteries are a winter regular, so jumper cables are a must-have. Better yet, invest in a portable jump starter. Nobody likes standing in the freezing cold waiting for someone else to help. Next, pack basic sustenance like non-perishable snacks and insulated water containers. Hydration and calories keep your mind sharp when you're solving problems in the cold. Add in a flashlight and spare batteries. Newsflash, winter nights are long and dark, and fumbling around in pitch-black conditions is a solid way to amplify your troubles. Finally, practice common sense. Keep your gas tank at least half full at all times. Below freezing temperatures can wreak havoc on fuel lines, and staying put for hours without heat is a terrible plan. Monitor tire pressure routinely. Cold weather makes it drop fast, and underinflated tires can be dangerous on icy roads. This isn't just smart prep, it's survival. Equip your car properly or risk paying the high price of winter's wrath. 9. Medical supplies and prescriptions. When it comes to surviving a winter power outage, having the right medical supplies on hand is non-negotiable. Emergencies don't wait for convenience, and winter conditions can often make access to healthcare nearly impossible. Roads blocked, pharmacies closed, or help delayed. You must have what you need at home ready to go. Start with a comprehensive first aid kit that goes beyond the bare minimum. Sure, Band-Aids are great, but you'll need items to handle burns from an accidental heater mishap, deep cuts caused by falling on ice, or sprains from slipping on a frozen driveway. For allergy sufferers or households with specific medical needs, include essentials like EpiPens or child-safe medications. Build this kit to work for your household specifically. Don't rely on a generic store-bought version. Are you or someone in your home dependent on prescription medications? Then make sure you stock at least a 30-day supply of critical prescriptions. Don't wait until the last minute when a storm warning is issued. By then, it's often too late and pharmacies are cleared out. Don't gamble on your health. Rotate this supply consistently so nothing expires, and have storage solutions for temperature-sensitive drugs like insulin. A portable cooler or a small backup fridge run off a generator can save a life. Don't forget to stock up on over-the-counter meds either. Pain relievers like ibuprofen and acetaminophen, a no-brainer. Cold and flu remedies, essential. Add electrolyte tablets and anti-diarrheal meds to your stash to cover unforeseen illnesses. And don't overlook small comforts like cough drops or throat lozenges. Winter outages bring stress, so include items to manage sleeplessness, anxiety, or tension. Sleep aids or stress relief remedies can make the discomfort a little easier to bear. Skipping this prep could leave you in a dangerous situation. A winter outage is not the time to wing it with your health. Take action now. Get these supplies together before you're left in the dark. 10. Communication devices. Staying connected during a winter emergency is non-negotiable. When phone lines go down and the power is out, you need alternative ways to get updates and reach out for help. Communication devices are must-haves, and failing to prepare these could leave you completely stranded. Start with a reliable hand-crank radio, like the Midland ER310. This isn't just about listening to weather forecasts. It's your only way to stay informed without counting on batteries or electricity. When a winter storm shuts everything down, updates from a NOAA weather alert radio could save your life. No excuses, get one now. Next, invest in two-way radios. These are lifesavers when cell networks fail. They work well for short-distance communication, such as keeping in touch with family members around your property or coordinating with neighbors. Don't take cell service for granted, because it's the first to go in a serious outage. Have a backup for your backup. If you live in a rural or remote area, you should absolutely own a satellite phone. Yes, it's pricey and worth every cent. Satellites don't care about storms on the ground, making these phones ultra-reliable for emergency calls when regular systems are useless. Don't overlook this. Your life could depend on it. Power's another issue that could shut everything down. Prepare for it by stockpiling high-capacity power banks and enough batteries, /AAA, to keep all your devices operational. Keep them fully charged and ready to use. If everything else fails, a fully charged battery pack might be your last resort for staying connected. Finally, do yourself a favor and make a family communication plan. This isn't something to wing in the heat of the moment. Sit down with everyone in your household and decide on check-in times, backup communication methods, and how to use the devices properly. If your family doesn't understand the plan, the gadgets are useless. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Winter emergencies happen fast, and without communications, you're helpless. Get these devices now and learn how to use them before you're in the dark, literally and figuratively. Conclusion. Winter storms and power outages are unpredictable and dangerous, but with the right preparation, you can face them with confidence. These 10 survival must-haves are not just items, they're tools to safeguard your comfort, health, and safety during winter's worst. Take action now, before the next storm hits, and ensure you're equipped to handle whatever comes your way. Your future self will thank you. Stay ready, stay safe.